Hello everyone, I'm Greg Otta with FedScoop TV, and I'm coming from the 2016 Federal Forum, and I'm talking with Ginger Kessler, Head of Federal Marketing for Brocade. Ginger, we just wrapped up, great event. If our viewers out there weren't able to get to the Fed Forum, what did they miss?
Well, I think the big thing is really talking about how industry and government can come together in order to modernize the network infrastructure, particularly the network that is right now legacy, it is proprietary, and it needs to be open, it needs to be innovated. And I think we had some great keynotes today from Terry Halverson, from Renee Wynn, from Tony Scott, all talking about how industry really needs to help government. That was a big message, I think, that I haven't heard as much as I did today.
Okay, so what about the breakout sessions then? Because I know we condensed it a little bit and went off into all the things that Brocade can help agencies with. What do you think people learned in those breakout sessions?
Well, there were 6 different breakout sessions. One was on network security. And of course, that was very crowded because everybody is very interested in network security, and not just network security, but cybersecurity in general. And I think the big thing that we are trying to help the government customer understand is that in order for you to protect your data, it has to be layered. It just can't be authentication and then let someone come in because they're authorized and then access to everything. But instead, it has to be layered on so that you can only go to certain applications. You can only get to certain data. And so something like software-defined networking is going to help with that layered approach. So that was a big topic today. We had a panel session with some government as well as industry talking about that. We also talked about the wireless network. So we just acquired Ruckus.
Okay.
And that's something where we had the wired portion of your network, but not the wireless part. And now we can offer that. And that's something that Terry Halverson talked about today is come to government with a total solution. Don't come with just one part of it. And I think that we kind of now have this full service networking opportunity to give to a customer that goes from the edge with wireless all the way to the data center.
So, other than the breakouts and hearing just people talk about it, one of the things that you guys did that I really liked was the technical track. Talk to us a little bit about what went on at the technical track and some of the demos that were going on.
So there's 2 different things. One was the technology pavilion, and that's where we
I'm
actually...
sorry, excuse me, right. But there was a good technical section to it that I really liked.
So the technology pavilion, we had 15 different demonstrations, and the beauty of it was all about what the government would have to handle in a regular day.
Okay.
So that they could really understand how the network being modernized would allow them to have the increased performance and the increased security. So we had 15 different demonstrations. We included one of the demonstrations on cybersecurity. So Harris and Brocade just announced a partnership today that talked about the 2 of us coming together with Harris's cybersecurity solutions and our software-defined networking to have them coupled so that we can move forward to deliver solutions to the federal government. So Harris was featuring their cybersecurity solutions that they have today in the technology pavilion. And there were many more and very, very crowded, as it always is every year. This is our 5th year. This is our 3rd year of really doing the technology pavilion. And last year, I think we had well over 1,000 demonstrations, and so we're waiting to see how many we had this year, but it looked very, very full. And then in addition to that, we had the technology track, and that really was specifically for the techies to come and to really dive deep into certain aspects. One was security. Another one was all about DevOps, which is the new buzzword, I think. And then the third one was we were able to have DISA come and talk about how they're using software-defined networking in their environment. So that was really a very nice feature to have for the techies so they could really see a government use case.
So for those that didn't attend, talk a little bit about what government agencies can do with SDN and network function virtualization and everything that Brocade has to offer.
So I think this whole thing, we're trying to talk about this path to the new IP, which is how to modernize your network. And really what that does is it starts with basic elements. And you can start anywhere along this path. It's not like you have to start at the beginning. You have it your way, kind of like the McDonald's commercial from years ago. But basically, what you want to do is you want to make sure, first of all, that whatever solutions you're choosing follow open standards. And that way you have the ability to have best of breed. So within your network, instead of just having one vendor, you should have multiple vendors that each do whatever part of the solution that they're contributing to the best of breed. And open standards allows you to do that. Open standards also allows you to innovate much more quickly, because what happens is a community of technologists are making the decisions and giving input to this technology.
Right.
So you get it, innovate it so much more quickly, and the bugs are taken out so much more quickly, and the security is put in so much faster. So for all those reasons, open standards multi-vendor is one of the first things that we suggest. In addition to that, we definitely say as a service, that's the way to go. Instead of just buying all of your equipment up front, go ahead and make it so it's scalable. You know, it's the cloud methodology, but it doesn't really have to be a cloud. It's as a service, right? So as much as you need, scale up, scale down, you've got to make sure that whatever solution you are choosing allows you to purchase it in that fashion. And then software-defined networking is a big aspect of Brocade. We've bet the company on it. We think that's the way that it's going. So just like what happened years ago with virtualization in the servers, now we're finding that happening within the networking world. So it's separating the data, right, from the instructions. The instructions are put into software, and that allows you to be much more programmatic and automated and secure. So that's kind of the future, is that software defined. There's lots of applications that need to be written for all of us to take full advantage of that. So we're in the beginning of those stages. So that's kind of the new frontier. And then the other part is, whatever you purchase today, you're still going to need some hardware. And so when you purchase that hardware, make sure that it's fabric-based. Fabric-based, Brocade, the name Brocade is a fabric, right? And the whole concept is that instead of getting from point to point in one path, which could be slow or fast, have multiple paths so that you can get there as quickly as possible. And that's the concept with the fabric.
All right. Well, Ginger, appreciate your insight and fantastic event.
Oh, thank you so much, and thanks to FedScoop for helping us do it.